Have you ever had a demonic encounter? Have you ever been plagued by a demon? And you wonder, what is it that singled me out for this kind of abuse? What have I done that this thing should plague me? What have I been into that compromised me without my knowing it? A lot of people have asked that question after they've had an encounter. And almost all of them, when they talk about it, the conversation goes something like this. I was unbelievably cold. Everything around me was blackness. There's a small table light in the hall that I keep on at night. But I didn't see that lamp that night. I didn't see anything. It was as if the universe was black. And there was no sound other than this kind of a whisper in my ear, asking me to join with it, asking me if I wanted to increase the level of my spiritual prowess. And it was willing, and of course able, to fulfill the wish. All the person had to do was let this demon into their life. Extend an invitation to it so that it could work with the person side by side in order to increase the level of their spiritual prowess. All sorts of promises were made, and all they had to do was extend the invitation. And you know, when the person stops and thinks about this later on, they wonder, what was I dabbling in that would open up the door, that would make myself visible to these things? What was I doing in a spiritual sense that was causing me such unbelievable grief? And when they stop and they think about it, and they're honest with themselves, they usually find out that there was this mystical practice, if you will, an innocent thing. Their friends did it, they told them about it, and it just seemed like a fun, innocent thing to do. The start of the invitation. You make yourself vulnerable, you allow yourself to be noticed, you're labeled as a victim. Happens every time. Nobody is ever innocently possessed. Keep that in mind. Doesn't happen that way. You have to invite evil into your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be overt. An innocent thing here that seemed like a lot of fun at the time, and then something else is added to it, and something is added to that, and you're on your way before you know it, because each step is a compromise spiritually for you. And each step you take down a dark path, you are opening up the path a little wider than it was before. And whether you realize it or not, you're extending an invitation. If you're thinking about dabbling in the dark arts, or maybe you just started, my advice to you is simple. Get out. get away from it. Get as far away from it as you possibly can. And the person who helped you to get into this little group, that person's not your friend. Think about it. We all extend the invitation, inch by inch, one way or the other. While you still can, accept and believe that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. Become one of Jesus Christ's own while you still can. And don't put this off. Because tomorrow, not guaranteed to anyone. Until next time, this is Stephen. Talk to you when the wind shifts. See ya. Bye.